Okay, this is just going to be a quick little review. I am talking about the transformation translations. This is your practice today. Remember that you will be writing the rules, all right, and you need to remember which way is which. You might write yourself a little note up here saying, okay, for my x value, if it is a plus, it's to the right. If it's a minus, it's to the left. For my y value, if it is a plus, it's up. If it's a minus, it's down. Okay, just so you remember that you need a rule that says x, y, and then arrow notation, and then here it says 2 to the right. I'm going to say 2 to the right and 5 down. You might write it up there. You might write it on the side. I really like writing them on the side. 2 to the right, 5 down. And then I would have to move each one, and I am obviously, this is my original. So I am going to move those right now. I'm going to move it 2 to the right. So I'm going to start with A. 1, 2, and down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is A prime. You need to note it as A prime. Now I'm going to move my B 2 to the right. 1, 2, and 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is my B prime. Then I've got C 2 to the right. 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are going to write C prime. You are going to draw your shape. It should look in the same orientation as what you had. And then, of course, writing your rule, I've got X, and I'm to the right, so that means I'm plus 2. And I've got Y, and I'm going down, so that means minus 5. And I'm done, okay? And I would want to make sure that I do my N for my new, all right? So down here, you are just going to write your rules down. You don't have to do any drawing of your figure. On the back side, same thing. Write the rules on the blanks for the given translation. So you're just going to practice writing the rules. Remember, if you do not have movement on either an X or a Y, you just write X or just write Y. So for example, if it said 4 right, okay, then I would write that rule by saying X, Y, for every X, Y pair, I am going to do X plus 4, comma, Y. And I'm just going to leave my Y alone. And it can happen on an X just as easily. If it said 4 down, I'm going to give you an example. 4 down, I would write X, Y for every X, Y pair, arrow notation. I'm going to leave my X alone, and I'm going to take Y and subtract 4. Okay? All right, minus 4. Now, here it's telling you have to figure out what you've moved. These are a little more difficult, so I'm going to do one of these. And to get from this is my original or my old, and this is my new. Okay, so I have to go from A or B or C. I like B because it's out here in no man's land. I can see easily from B to B prime. So I'm going to move over 2 to the right. So I'm going to say 2, and I'm going to do an arrow right. Then it says 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 4 down. Now I'm going to write my rule. For every X and Y coordinate pair, I'm going to move X 2 to the right, plus 2, and Y subtract 4, minus 4. Okay? When you finish with this, we have a few spirals this week. So when you finish with this, you will have